Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Yet another day.
Yep, we are in uniform.
Yes. Today we're going to talk about imperfection. So you see the gray and the black, there is a small, it is not perfectly perfect.
Yeah,
So when you come across the concept of Wabi Sabi, what is Wabi Sabi for you?
I came across this concept maybe 12 years back. To me, that what really attracted me was that, see, there is something about imperfections, and
Hmm.
there's actually something more about brokenness
Hmm.
and then putting things back together.
Yeah.
And that's what really attracted me because, you know, we are imperfect in many ways.
Yeah.
But Wabi Sabi just goes beyond that and says, how can we mend the brokenness?
Does it say that?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the Wabi Sabi art are often, you take a broken vessel, broken pot, or a broken stones,
okay.
and then build things, mend it and then build things out of it.
Yeah. My understanding was Wabi Sabi is about accepting the brokenness rather than mending the brokenness, no?
Correct.
And,
So accepting the brokenness
hmm.
is by using it, using the broken vessels. And sometimes that requires you to inlay things, fix things.
True. And while you're answering, I suddenly realized when did I come across it? And I just realized I came across this concept of accepting and embracing it. Even though I didn't know the term wabi sabi, the idea, the philosophy, I think I first came across it in the book, The Fountainhead.
Hmm.
And in
Okay.
the sense, how Howard Rock accepts and how he is not looking to be perfect in any way, right? And he's his personality, and Peter Keating is this person who wants to be everything for everybody else, not for himself. And I think that is what shifted for me in my life also. I think in this sense, I started accepting the imperfections that is there.
Hmm. Okay. That's a philosophical book. Hits people in different ways.
This is a very interesting idea as well, what you just said right now, philosophy. Some people, when you say a concept or share a concept, they say it's very philosophical. And what is your take on that? Because Wabi Sabi is also a philosophy,
It is a
right?
philosophy. Yeah.
So a philosophy, is it something for the textbooks and not for real life, or is uh, philosophy also something that can be embraced in life and taken along?
It can be embraced in life. See, the moment you come to that philosophical realm, you have abstracted away a lot that, you know, it doesn't give you, a specific recommendation for a specific instance. Instead, it becomes the higher level whats and whys of what,
Mhm.
the things that you're doing. I believe, it's kind of originated out of those debates by those ancient Greeks and people like that, where they were like deriving patterns and patterns out of patterns and so on and so forth. The interesting part of certain Eastern way of looking at things is that we sometimes negate the patterns, whatever that comes. That becomes a philosophy. And of course, that is also another way of looking at things, right? The concept of wabi sabi, all the more for that matter, accepting things, in its imperfection and in its broken state as it is. It helps a lot when we start dealing with, the situations. Forget about situations because situations are easy to say that, but it's about, in some ways, we consider ourselves as a broken vessel, and that helps us to accept ourselves in some ways. Probably others, I don't want to call them as broken vessels, but if that is your view, then it helps you to accept. about things for that matter. Do you know a very interesting thing?
Hmm.
My road bike fell down
Okay.
on the road. Okay, so now it is not very perfect. And I was like thinking, until it fell down, I was attributing some kind of, emotional love and care and all those things. After I fell down, it became a machine,
Hmm.
and it was just a moment's difference. It became a machine for me to use, and I have seen this happening over and over again. I used to cherish one laptop, and it fell down in Calcutta, middle of the road, broke a little, but it was functioning. I stopped, taking care of the laptop. I started using it,
Hmm. Becomes a
and
yeah. Yeah, you just transition from your approach towards it, and got it.
right.
Got
And then I ended up, I removed Windows. I ended up learning Linux through that laptop, and I still love the laptop just for the fact that it got me started in that direction.
it.
So it's a good thing that my bike fell.
Yeah, it's a very interesting again philosophy that you say, uh, that when something gets a little broken and you still attach yourself to it, there is a deeper connection than before, because now you're gone beyond the idea or ideal state of it and moved on to its purposeful state, I guess.
Yeah, purposeful. Yes.
Right? And that is true with people as well. We look at people, we look at relationships, we look at the perfect idea. I was just looking at one news article today where Salman Khan's bodyguard of 26 years, he has had one bodyguard for 26 years. And some article, I didn't read it, but I just saw the headline. I was thinking about the bodyguard and how the bodyguard would be viewing Salman Khan in all his imperfections and in all his, because he knows him so close. For him, he is not a star or anything. He's just an employee. He's just another human being, right?
Mm.
And in that flawed state, even in relationships with any, doesn't have to be a spouse relationship or anything. When you look at the imperfections and embrace that, uh, and if you can, then it becomes more purposeful.
Right. Let's
That
try to be perfect on time. So
yes, let's close perfectly on time before it hits 8. Till we meet again tomorrow. Have a great day.
you too. Bye.